who's left Arsenal Football Club, still waiting for its first Premier League title in over 20 years. What if that Bayern Leverkusen side was in the English Premier League? In terms of titles won, and in terms, of course, of being competitive, you have a Bayern Leverkusen side right now who you would say, in terms of achievement also, are ahead of Arsenal Football Club. Granit Xhaka has every right to boast and say, moving to the Bundesliga with Bayern Leverkusen was 2 steps ahead. Alright guys, you are welcome. I told you I was going to be back, and yes, we are back. You love the football content right here? You love the sport conversation right here? Then don't stop. Always like, subscribe, and share to all your followers and get the best of some good football conversation. I remain your boy, JD. Now, on this episode, we're going to be having a look at Granit Xhaka, the former Arsenal skipper, the former Arsenal midfielder who left Arsenal in the 2023-2024 Premier League season. He moved over to Bayern Leverkusen and eventually, of course, went ahead to win not just the Bundesliga. But what has led to our conversation today is what Granit Xhaka said just a few moments ago. Now, what did Granit Xhaka say? While speaking ahead of the commencement of the new league season and preparations, of course, with pre-season football matches, Granit Xhaka then revealed and confessed that leaving Arsenal Football Club was a great thing for his career. He says others thought he made a step backward, whereas he had made 2 steps forward in his footballing career. And you know what? You find that very difficult to contend with. Why is that? You find a Granit Xhaka who's left Arsenal Football Club, still waiting for its first Premier League title, Arsenal, and gone to a Bayern Leverkusen side who, of course, barely 6 months ago, under their manager, talking about Xabi Alonso, had just finished barely in a European spot in the league there. But eventually, they went all the way this last season to winning not just the Bundesliga title, but also winning the DFB Cup. Now, how they even went about it is the most impressive of the feat. I mean, with Bayern Leverkusen side who went all the way to winning these 2 domestic titles and doing it in an unbeaten fashion. Even getting to the final of the Europa League and still unbeaten until losing to Gianpiero Gasperini's Atalanta side. Well, Granit Xhaka, in terms of titles won and in terms, of course, of being competitive, you have a Bayern Leverkusen side right now who you would say, in terms of achievement also, are ahead of Arsenal Football Club. But think again, is he really right about what he said? On the other hand, there's an argument that says he's left the English Premier League, which is a bit more competitive and a bit more difficult than the German Bundesliga. Yes, they had Bayern Munich, almighty Bayern Munich, who also, by the way, beat Arsenal in the Champions League. But you find a Bayern Leverkusen side who played against a weakened Bayern Munich side in the domestic front, a Bayern Munich side who recorded less goals in the last 10 years and recorded less wins domestically also in the last 10 years. He finds, of course, a German Bundesliga side that is very easy to dominate compared to the English Premier League. So you find a Granit Xhaka who is going to supposedly a less competitive English Premier League side, and of course he's triumphed. He's dominated with the Bayern Leverkusen, and they've gone all the way to being so dominant with their victories and doing it in unbeaten fashion. But the question you have to ask yourself is, what if that Bayern Leverkusen side was in the English Premier League, contending with a side like Man City, with sides like Manchester United, with sides like Liverpool? Would they have had that same foray? Would they have had that same luxury of winning the league unbeaten and also winning the domestic cup? With a league, of course, that's not so competitive? Well, that is even the argument that has been posed right now. Let us even have a look at the most recent result involving Arsenal and Bayern Leverkusen, albeit in the preseason game. It's an Arsenal side at the Emirates Stadium that completely crushed Bayern Leverkusen by 4-1. You put that into consideration, the fact that Arsenal didn't have starters like Bukayo Saka, like Calafiori, new signing, and Jurgen Timber also in that team. To begin to ask yourself, what would have been a Bayern Leverkusen actually alongside Granit Xhaka were in the English Premier League? Would they have been able to achieve what they achieved? Well, Granit Xhaka has every right to boast and say moving to the Bundesliga with Bayern Leverkusen was 2 steps ahead, because he's getting the opportunity to win 2 titles. Ones, of course, that he's not won while being with Arsenal, talking about the league title. But the question once again comes up, Would he have been this successful if he remained in England with another side that is not Manchester City? We'll never know the answer to that. One thing I do know is that we will be back again for some awesome football comment, and I want you guys to always stay tuned and stay glued. Like, subscribe, and share. I'm JD. I miss you guys already. Ciao.